Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're going to dive into something pretty special. NPR Music's Tiny Desk concerts.
Oh, yeah. Love Tiny Desk.
Right. And, in this, age of just constant streams and algorithms telling you what to listen to.
It's overwhelming sometimes.
Exactly. Finding something that feels genuinely new, something you discover, that's getting harder, I think.
Definitely. So much noise out there.
So our mission today, really, for you listening, is to unpack why this little concert series filmed at an actual desk.
A cluttered desk.
Yeah, why it's become such a great source for finding amazing, diverse music, how it cuts through all that, digital static.
Right. It's about understanding the magic behind it. Why does it work so well?
And we've got some help for this deep dive. We're looking at an analysis. What's it called again?
It's The Desk That Echoes the World. How NPR's Tiny Desk concerts became the ultimate curated engine for diverse music discovery. By Dr. Echo Chamber.
Right, Dr. Echo Chamber. Sounds appropriate.
It really does. And this piece, it sort of digs into why Tiny Desk resonates so much, especially, for listeners who want more than just the next algorithm pick.
It's funny how it started, too, completely unplanned almost.
Yeah, the origin story is classic. April 2008, South by Southwest.
NPR's Bob Boilen, right? Trying to listen to Laura Gibson.
A folk singer, yeah. And the bar was just ridiculously loud. Couldn't hear a thing, apparently.
So frustrating. And he just kind of half-joking says, hey, why don't you come play at my desk back at NPR?
Where it's quiet. And the amazing thing is, she actually did it the next day.
Just showed up.
And that spontaneity.
Yeah.
You have to think that set the tone, right?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't some big strategic plan.
No. It was just about wanting to hear the music properly.
Yeah.
And I think that authenticity, well, it's still there. It's a huge part of the appeal.
Definitely. And the desk itself, it's not a set.
No, it's his actual workspace. You see all the clutter, the CDs, the knickknacks.
And the shelves behind the artists, they're just packed, aren't they?
Yeah, totally. Years of stuff, gifts from musicians, little mementos. It's like this visual backdrop of music history happening right there.
It adds so much character. Okay, so let's get into the core of why it works, that power of intimacy and the constraints.
Yes, the constraints are key. Think about it. Usually acoustic or just very minimal amps.
Right. No huge sound system.
And it's an office.
Yeah.
The audience is mostly NPR staff just standing around.
Which must be kind of weird for the artists sometimes.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, it strips away all the usual, the lights, the smoke machines, the distance.
All the production value stuff.
Exactly. So the focus just snaps right onto the actual music, the songwriting, the voice, how well they play.
There's nowhere to hide. I think Dr. Echo Chamber mentioned that.
That's the phrase, yeah. Nowhere to hide. And you hear artists say they're more nervous for Tiny Desk than, a stadium gig.
Which sounds crazy, but it makes sense. It's so exposed.
That vulnerability, though, that's where the connection happens for the listener, It feels real.
And the sound reflects that too, right? The audio mix is really simple.
Super simple. There's a few really good mics basically capturing the room's natural sound.
You even hear little background noises sometimes, like a cough or a chair squeak.
And instead of being annoying, it kind of pulls you in.
Yeah.
To feel like you're actually there.
Yeah, that you are there feeling. Totally. And you also get those little moments between songs.
The chatter.
Yeah, just the artist talking naturally, not like a scripted interview.
Maybe telling a quick story about the song or just, being themselves for a second.
It gives you these little glimpses of their personality you wouldn't get otherwise.
Which leads perfectly into the next big point, the human curation aspect.
Oh, this is huge, especially now with algorithms running everything.
Right. Tiny Desk is picked by people, the NPR music team, they're deciding who gets invited.
It's actual taste, actual expertise, not just math.
And then that means the variety is just incredible. Dr. Echo Chamber points this out really clearly.
You can get, avant-garde jazz one day.
Punk rock the next. Then maybe some folk or pop, but done differently.
Classical blues, hip-hop. It's all there. It's genre agnostic, really.
Which is amazing for discovery, isn't it? You might tune in for someone you know.
And then stumble upon something completely different that blows you away.
Exactly, something you'd never click on otherwise.
And it's global, too. That statistic was amazing. The first 1,000 concerts.
Over 60 different countries represented.
Wow. That's a serious commitment to, bringing the whole world of music to that desk.
Absolutely. And it's not just about big names either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool when Harry Styles or Lizzo shows up.
Yeah, those get huge views.
But the analysis says something like 75%, 3/4. are emerging artists, indie artists, people still building their careers.
So they're deliberately using the platform to give exposure.
Yeah, it's intentional. It's a conscious choice to lift up musicians who deserve a wider audience.
And it works. It acts as this launch pad. We've seen it happen.
Oh, definitely. Like, Tobin Wigwe's performance was just electrifying.
Yeah.
Huge impact.
In Tank and the Bangas, they basically broke through after winning the Tiny Desk contest, right?
They did. That contest is another great example.
Thousands of entries every year from unsigned bands.
It's pure grassroots discovery. They're actively looking for new talent.
Even established artists like Dua Lipa. Her Tiny Desk felt different, more stripped back, showed another side.
Right. So that curation, Dr. Echo Chamber calls it a trusted filter.
I like that, a trusted filter. It means even if you don't know the artist.
You kind of trust the source. You trust NPR Music's taste.
Yeah.
You know it's probably going to be quality.
Which makes you more willing to take a chance on something unfamiliar.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier to discovering something new and worthwhile.
Okay, so we have the intimacy, the curation.
Yeah.
What about the fact that it's all archived? It's like this living library.
Yeah, that's the other crucial piece. Every single concert is filmed professionally.
And it lives forever on YouTube and the NPR Music site.
Creating this incredible resource, just thousands of performances you could dip into anytime.
And they're often unique arrangements, right? Things you won't hear on the album.
Totally. Special versions just for the desk. And the length is perfect, too.
Yeah, like 15, 20 minutes.
Usually 3 or 4 songs. It's easily digestible. You can sample an artist without committing, like, an hour.
It's perfect for exploring. And the video adds so much.
Oh, the visual element is key. You see the interactions, the little glances between bandmates.
The concentration, the emotion on their faces, it draws you in more than just audio sometimes.
Absolutely. And the view counts are fascinating. Obviously, the big stars get millions.
But even the lesser-known artists often get hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views over time.
Which is massive exposure for them. Think about the Mac Miller one.
Oh, yeah. That one's huge. So powerful. Still gets tons of views.
It shows the lasting impact these performances have. They really connect with people.
And builds a community around it, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at the YouTube comments sections. They're usually really active and positive.
People sharing how they discovered the artist, fans welcoming new listeners.
And NPR Music leans into that. They promote the concerts in their newsletters, on podcasts like All Songs Considered.
So it's not just the video existing in isolation. There's context around it.
Right. It encourages sharing, discussion. It amplifies the discovery potential.
So the archive itself becomes this amazing tool for exploration, guided by that trusted NPR curation.
Yeah, it's like browsing the record collection of a friend with, impeccable taste. You can just spend hours clicking around finding gems.
Okay, so pulling it all together, we've got this whole, tiny desk ecosystem for discovery.
That's a good way to put it, an ecosystem.
You have the curation getting you in the door.
Then that authentic, intimate live performance.
Exposed to all sorts of genres and artists from all over the world.
Plus the community aspect and the way NPR wraps context around it through articles and other shows.
It all works together. And then they even adapted during the pandemic, right? The home concerts.
Yeah. The Tiny Desk home concerts, that was fascinating. Artists filming themselves, wherever they were.
Showed a different kind of creativity, adapting the spirit of the desk to new settings.
Added another whole layer to the archive, really. More diversity in setting and style.
So it just keeps proving why it's such a fantastic and curated source. It puts the focus back on.
Human expertise, artistic substance, real listening.
In a way that algorithms just can't replicate.
Exactly. It encourages that focused listening, that connection.
So wrapping up this deep dive, it's pretty clear Tiny Desk is, well, way more than just concerts in an office.
Oh, for sure. It's become this really important cultural institution, hasn't it?
Yeah. Especially for fostering music discovery when there's just so much music out there. It can feel impossible to navigate sometimes.
And the simplicity is the genius, really, that basic format. The desk, the minimal sound.
That's what makes it work. It forces that focus on the actual art, the human element.
And by championing that human curation, bringing in such a huge range of sounds,
global sounds, emerging artists.
it's just become this incredibly valuable thing for anyone like you listening who actually wants to find something new and meaningful.
It really does cut through the noise, like we said at the start, offers genuine surprise.
A space for real connection. If you're looking for new music, it's just consistently rewarding. It's not just concerts.
It's like Dr. Echo Chamber says, a library of sonic wonders.
Perfectly put, waiting for you to explore.
Which leaves us with kind of a final thought, maybe.
Go for it.
Well, if this model works so well for music, this idea of, deliberate constraints, human filtering intimacy,
Uh,
could we apply that somewhere else in our, super digital world? Are there other kinds of desks that need this approach?
hmm. Beyond music, curation and connection in other fields. That's interesting.
Yeah, just something to maybe ponder. What else could benefit from a tiny desk philosophy?
Definitely food for thought.
Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.
My pleasure. It was great talking Tiny Desk.